Hello, hello.
We hi everyone. Ah, all right. So today on Scoot Friday, I'm joined by our CEO Nadim. Welcome, Nadim.
Thank you. Good to be back.
How are
I
you
was
doing?
here last
Uh-huh.
week. Back this week. It had been like a few months, I think, since I'd been on. So yeah, good
People have
to.
been requesting you.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. I didn't realize I was in such high demand.
Mhm. We are
Um,
already joined by Martin.
hey,
So
Martin.
hello, Martin. So what should we talk about this week?
I think we can start with maybe some of the questions that we received online. So let's go from the top. We've got about like 5 or 6 before we get into the questions in the comments. So the first one is, will Apollo ever offer a built-in charger like the Ninebot?
Hmm, that's a great question. But this is something I really like about the Ninebot. This and the fact that they can limit their charge rate with their
Mhm.
smart BMS. You know, I would have if you asked me last year, I would have said yes. But then we had the problem with the city charger, and I was like, damn, I'm happy it's not in the
Mhm.
deck because this would have been a disaster. I think it's an interesting concept. It is nice that you need to carry a cord instead of the whole brick, but you still need to carry the cord though.
Yeah.
If I am to revise the charging infrastructure of our scooter, I think it would make a lot more sense to introduce USB-C to be able to charge
Mhm.
it with basically phone chargers would be very long, or a laptop charger, which would be pretty quick, rather than integrating the charger in it. I think like this, we could reduce the amount of chargers people are carrying, and it would make more sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the limit is interesting too, because then you could just like set your charger and kind of like leave it, and I could see some like interesting use cases there. But like Martin said, in the inside, like takes up space. If anyone has opened up one
Mm.
of our scooters, you'll notice that they're jam packed, and we struggle to find space to fit anything. But yeah, I agree. I think the USB C is makes sense as sort of like a next step. Um,
And something
but
to
yeah, I
keep
guess.
in mind, people always bring back this point of the charger, but they also bring always talk about the weight of the scooter. And if we
Right.
look at the Segway, the G2, for example, the new one, well, it's what, 67 pound or 57 pound.
Mhm.
It's very heavy for a single motor scooter. So those things, the extra space that it takes, and all those features, well, they do come at a cost, which is the weight and the size of the scooter.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Any other like improvements from like a BMS perspective that you're targeting, or do we feel good with our BMS today?
On the app side, we are pushing an update. A lot of people have been seeing with the smart BMS, the reading being like the battery health is like at 97%. And this is a misreading of it.
Yeah.
And basically, the reason is that every batteries their capacity is a little bit different. Um, so when we say a battery pack is 30 Ah, it's very rarely, almost never 30 Ah. If you take every individual cell, it's instead of being five total to make it simple, instead of being 30, it's going to be 29.6, 29.8. So this is why people like they open the app and they see why is my battery at 98% or 99, not 100. It's because of those things. So we just need to adapt it to reflect that. No, it's at 100%. Run the
Right.
diagnostic with the BMS and see that the battery is super healthy. In fact, so
Right.
this would be one change. And the other change, well, we are looking into the charging limit, like the Segway, but this is something that needs to be introduced on the hardware side and then the software. It's not just a software
Mhm.
update, and we need to look at it. Maybe people can tell us in the comment to have access to a smart BMS like this. It would be an extra probably $60 on the total cost of the scooter. Would you be willing to pay that, or you prefer having maybe an adjustable charger like is already available online and it's compatible, retro compatible with all the models, so, which is
Yeah.
the same price too. So let us know.
Cool. Couple options there. Hey, ProCharge67, what's up? Richard, we'll get to your question or your point in a sec. Just going through some questions that were submitted ahead of time. So the next question is, would Apollo ever consider offering a battery replacement program? I guess. Like with a swappable battery, makes sense. But even I guess like all batteries are swappable, right? It's like pretty simple. You just have to like remove the like open the deck and take it out. Um, from our perspective, we thought about it. We thought about it within the context of a trade-in program, which is something that kind of has been in the background. Slowly, we like work on it a bit by bit. And I think the issue with battery replacement is like finding a national recycling partner where it kind of makes sense, where there's no cost, or at least it's a very limited cost to do it. Like the cost structure is a bit difficult to like nail down. So that's one of the bigger limitations with a battery trade-in program specifically, and I guess the trade-in program at large. But yeah, it's definitely something, like it's an idea that we have. We know that, batteries have a lifespan, and when that lifespan comes up, we do want to be sustainable in our practices, or at least provide our customers with the option to find a sustainable way to recycle or trade in that battery for another one. So yeah, it is something that we're thinking about, but I think it's not like a core priority today. I think we have a lot of other things that we're trying to focus on first, but a good point to bring up. Quickly, the dot display, is it coming to the city?
Sorry, I'm just saying with the mute. Is it coming to the city? It's a good question. I don't know. Can we fit it on it? Yes. With the nice stem of the Go, with a nice light, it does fit on the city and the air. If we are to do that, so why don't we just replace it, right? Like it seems like an easy choice. It looks better. It works better. Well, there's consideration with certification when you launch a scooter. You do UL to 271, to 272, and you do a bunch of other certification. There's 17 per scooter, and the cost of those certification is tremendous. And as soon as you change a headlight or a turning signal, you can change a screw on the scooter. You need to redo those certification. And to give you an idea, certification per scooter are minimum 50 grand. So this is one of the reasons why it's not already implemented. So with that in mind, if we are to do this change, there's other thing I would change on the city to make it more competitive, better fenders, better cooler lights, so we are looking at alternative, but for now, this is why it is not on it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is the Apollo Ghost gone forever?
The Apollo Ghost is gone. It's gone and not coming back.
Yeah, I know the Ghost is like a cult favorite. It is, and in its time, it was a great scooter. I just think that the way that we're trending from a design language perspective, but also where we manufacture the products and all that is just taking us away from the Ghost. So yeah, the Ghost is going to be gone forever. We'll support it obviously until it's fully discontinued. But yeah, it's rest in peace for the Apollo Ghost. Okay, maybe interesting one.
People can highlight in the comment like what did you like about the Ghost so much, and maybe, of course we're going to replace the Ghost in the future, so having those insights would be helpful to design those new models.
Yeah. Your favorite piece of Apollo content over the last few years? Oh,
the launch, always the launch videos. On the render side, we're doing animation now for the Go, and doing those videos it's very hard, but it's very nice. And the launch video of the Pro was insane. The launch video of the City was insane. Even the launch video of the Phantom, I love those things, and we always choose the right song, and you listen to it, like, damn, so good. So yeah, all the launch of models, I really like it. What about you?
Yeah, I think the commercial we made for the Pro launch was my favorite bit of content, just because it was all with the team as well. So you could see everyone who contributes to Apollo every single day. And I think the production value was so high that I was really surprised when I saw it, because I didn't see any of the drafts. I just saw the final version and was really, really impressed. So that's one. And then the second one is anytime we show the factory, we show the factory floor, we show the QC process. It's weird because those videos don't get that many views, which is surprising, because for me that's the most interesting part. But I think that's the most important content that we put out there is the QC process, the assembly process, and any of our like repair videos as well, because I think those have a direct impact on customers, which is great. Okay, and then last question is, will we ever bring back foldable handlebars? I feel like we answer this almost every time. If you've been here before, you know what the answer is.
For now, the answer is no. But it's of course I would like foldable handlebar, right? Like it's smashing left and right, like in the door frame in my car, like because we have a wide handlebar. One of the solutions is to go, you have a smaller handlebar format, or like make them curved a little bit. But yeah, having a rock solid foldable handlebar would be the dream. I think what we mentioned before is right now we are focusing on all the um, base of the scooter, like the foundation of it, making a suspension that doesn't squeak with like a that is solid. Same thing for the stem, the folding. Now we have the handlebar that we reworked. Our electronic system is pretty solid too. And then we're going to work on those nice to have features, because if you get this one wrong, well, it can go really wrong. And we've sold the old City, the old Explorer for so long, and we are still stuck with this legacy questionable design of the handlebar that is not dangerous. We didn't have a case of this folding on someone. It's just it's always becoming loose, And when you go 50, 55 kilometers an hour on the road, the last thing you want to feel is your handlebar like this. We want our product to inspire confidence, and they are vehicle grade, and a vehicle doesn't fold, at least on the steering. So I would like to, but for now, it's not in the short-term roadmap.
Yeah, it's a nice feature, but I think again, you're introducing points of potential failure, right? So that's always the concern with that. And I think our priorities are, like you said, elsewhere at the moment from a hardware perspective. And I think we're starting to finally crack just like really reliable, consistent hardware, especially as we make share all those components across the product lines. You're getting the components of a Pro when you buy a Go, and with a foldable handlebar, that's not necessarily going to be the case. So that's where we're at the moment.
And if anyone see a good foldable handlebar, please let me know. One that doesn't become loose and doesn't look sketchy. I'm more than open to review it.
Cool. Okay, so Richard Gregor, you need more service and dealers. I have to travel to go to a place where I can demo the scooter. Yeah, we're working on it. So our goal is to have a servicing provider in our top 10 markets by the end of March or mid-March, and we're on track. There's been a lot of really exciting developments on the third-party servicing like network expansion, where we're getting a lot of positive feedback on securing a national provider or partner in the US and a national provider in Canada as well that have hundreds of locations, and that they could do a lot of just like basic servicing requests for customers. So we're trying to expand those local options. And then for our more specialized shops that can deal with more serious repairs, we're working on a program to allow them to do test drives for our models too. And someone can go into a local shop, do a test drive, and purchase the scooter directly from the retailer as well. So those are all coming. It's a massive project. There's so much work that goes into it, from certification, making sure people who are repairing the scooters understand the scooters. Even when they're demoing them, they're doing that in a way that's safe. Agreements, pricing, parts management. It's pretty complicated, but we're working through it. So definitely one of the things we've been seeing in our surveys ranked really consistently high is the need for more local servicing options. And so we've been working on that for the past few months. And we expect that over the course of the summer, we'll be onboarding a bunch of partners. Cool. Problem with USB-C PD is that max voltage is 20 volts. So you'll have to step up the voltage to 58 volts, for example, from Martin. Good point.
Yeah, you can charge at 48 volts with USB-C now with their new protocol. So, but yes.
Yeah. Samir, when is Apollo Scooters coming to Dubai? We tried. So my parents live in Dubai. I was in Dubai. I went to see a retailer in Dubai, and it almost worked out. But this was before Dubai introduced any like regulations and legislation around scooters and licenses and all that kind of stuff. And I guess since then, it's been a bit of a backseat. We've been focusing on expansion specifically within the US through Best Buy and other retailers. But Samir, if you know anyone who wants to distribute Apollo scooters in Dubai or in the region, let us know. We're happy to have that conversation with them. And yeah, Martin, we ghosted the ghost for now. Okay, cool. Giovanni, is the Apollo team updating their app with a widget feature? This feature would let us check multiple devices' batteries levels at once. For example, I could watch the battery on my Apollo
Go. The widget feature is on the roadmap for probably late summer. Keep in mind that the Go is not equipped with IoT, right? So you would still need to be connected to the app to be able to see the battery of the Go, just like it is now. But yeah, it would be nice a widget feature because it seems like connecting to the Bluetooth could be a lot easier. There would be no physical action to click on a button to connect to it. It could happen automatically, like we do for cars, for example, that your phone is the key. So we're definitely looking at it, but it would be later this summer.
Yeah, I think for now the focus right is more stability and trying to make sure that the initial setup and like any ongoing connections are just functioning a little bit better. I know some customers have been dealing with some pesky bugs. And yeah, we've been powering through as best as we can, and there's been a lot of improvements honestly on the app, which is great to see, and a lot more coming. But yeah, that's a good suggestion, Giovanni. Thanks for sharing. Ricky Chan, I noticed the OpenBox Phantom V2 no longer in the $1,200 range. It's now over $1,600. Do you think the price will drop back to $1,200? I'm not sure. I expect maybe like an OB sale coming. I've been asking for one because we've got a decent amount of stock of open boxes and refurbished models. So keep your eye out on the site for that. If you're not subscribed to the newsletter, subscribe. That's when we announce all of those sales. So there is a potential that it would drop. So keep an eye out for that. Is there a seat coming for any of your scooters, like the concept seat with the bag under that you guys did a while ago for the Pro?
But right now, no. Right now, no. It's not planned. So one thing that is good, the Pro is built from the start with those holes to have a seat mounted in. All the City 23 are built with inserts to put a seat as well, and that's going to be the case for every model we launch, except the Go because it's so narrow. But so it is. The hardware is ready for it, but there's just so much to do right now with the other projects too that we are not putting our engineer on this for now. Again, if people keep requesting it, I think it's going to convince other team members to jump and do it. So keep those requests coming.
Yeah, and we have a full accessory lineup revamp. We're just going through box designs and legal and compliance right now, but they look great. The boxes are, as always, I think increasingly we are stepping it up from a design perspective with the boxes, and they look beautiful. So excited to finally release those and for everyone to see them. And yeah, the seat would be great. But we're thinking ahead, right? Like you said, we put in the holes, so they're always maybe we're not there yet, but when we do get there, you'll have that compatibility from the start. And I think that's something that we have internalized in our philosophy, I guess, when it comes to developing our products, is future proofing them in a way that they're always compatible, and any new release that comes out is something that every customer can access. And I don't think any other scooter manufacturer does that or thinks that way. So for something unique to Apollo, I think. Cool. Enzo, the Makuta 10 has nice folding handlebars. So well, that's homework for you. And then Martin also shared a set, but I don't see the link there. So maybe it'll be in the comments later. Okay. Hi, Jimmy79. Just got my Apollo Pro, love it, but I have one issue on the app. I can go to Connect Plus for my Pro. I can't go to Connect Plus for my Pro. The option doesn't pop up, so I can't connect and add my payment. Has anyone else had this issue?
Jimmy, can you please reach out to our support? We just need to link it in our backend. I'm not sure why it's not happening automatically on your side. IoT has been working pretty well so far, so please reach out and we can fix it within a couple of hours.
Mhm. Okay. And then Enzo Obies are currently on sale for 30% off, automatically apply at checkout. Cool. I actually didn't know that. So
You can get a Phantom V2 52-volt hydraulic brake for $13.99 with that discount applied.
is that Canadian or USD?
USD.
USD. Okay. Pretty good deal. Big Donk, my pros arriving today. Can't wait. Excited for you. Can't wait either. Please share some photos, share the unboxing, share any feedback that you have with us. We'd love to hear it. We're getting so much positive feedback from Pro. It's been insane, honestly. I was really nervous about the Pro launch because in the past, when we've launched products, they haven't always gone very smoothly initially at launch, but the Pro has been the complete opposite of that. And it's so nice to see that a lot of the hard work that the entire team has been like doing is paying off. And also, like, we wouldn't be here without any of the early access participants who shared so much insightful feedback with us and really helped shape the product. So it's as much of a testament to like the work that was done by those customers as well. So excited for you. JJ, speaker add-on for the Pro would be dope to match with the scooter. It would sell easily for a decent price. The Pro has a built-in speaker, so unless you want like an additional speaker on the outside.
That could be interesting. You know what? One thing that could be cool is we add another speaker, like a big powerful one. We link it to the current of the controller and put the sound within the app that we display via the Bluetooth. So just like the Segway, you could match you could decide your motor sound. That could be something interesting. But yeah, the Pro is equipped with a 10-watt speaker right now.
Cool. The Tor management team have gone very quiet now that it is close to the shipping time of the Tor 2 scooter to the Kickstarter backers. Consider copying their design if they scrap the project. Well, did we copy? Did they copy design? Who copied whose design? Well, I guess with the split deck, like, did we come up with that at the same time, or were we inspired by them?
I saw their design back in 2018, I think, or 19 when they first launched it, and then we made like a Firefly, another model that I tried to 3D model it, and it was horrible. But our design is clearly superior. It's not even comparable. But that being said, I've been following the Tor Kickstarter like every week, and I went on their Facebook page this week and I asked for an update because they blocked the update for people that are not backers, and they actually posted an update last week. And I love Carlson. I met him multiple times, but that update is
that's not good.
I'm speechless. It's anyway. People can go on the Facebook group and look at it, but there's basically no update. It's saying like, oh, it's tough right now in the world, but there's no update on the actual product, and it's sad because there's so many backers on both campaign. There's 323 backers for this product, and that's a lot of people. And I feel for them because when they launched the first one, the full day mechanism was failing on people. So it's sad. It's sad to see that. I hope they're going to be able to deliver it. And it's interesting with their joystick feature with the platform, like we wanted to do for the Explorer. They have IoT as well. It's an interesting model, and I hope they can succeed.
Yeah, the comment section don't inspire too much confidence, which is too bad because I think, like even when we were thinking about the Explorer, that split deck design, I think they've also taken a similar sort of like ethos to how they approach developing scooters as we have, which is interesting and I think important and necessary. But it's an ambitious design. And yeah, hopefully they're able to bring it to market and to fulfill the obligations to their backers. So we'll be keeping an eye out on that as well. Hi guys, have a Pro squeaking front suspension lubricant made it go away, but after a ride it came back. It does go away with the lubricant. It's coming from the suspension joint, and I'm using Jigaloo. Yeah,
so Jigaloo not available in the US. It's just Canada, which was surprising. I would suggest, so what happened, right? Because in the beta, we had that feedback, we added bearings front and back, added 4 bearings at the back, and it still squeak on people. That direction shaft, some of them were not greased, they were oiled. And it's when we went to China that we were like, okay, just like dip the whole thing in grease. So for people to fix this completely, I would say loosen a little bit the tool. We have a video on that online, but basically you loosen that shaft. You add grease. You need something thicker than oil because oil's going to dry. You put there, jump on it, tight it back, and that's going to go away. You might have to do this 2 or 3 times so it really gets in. But don't worry, there's nothing broken with your unit or whatever. It's just a lack of lubrication there.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, let us know, Jeffrey. And hopefully you're enjoying the Pro, riding it in the Bahamas. Okay, we missed a comment here. So Giovanni, we anticipate the Go will begin shipping to us in March. Since this is my first Apollo product, I'm not familiar with the reservation process for the Go. So it's really simple. You can head over to the site, go to the Apollo Go reservation page under electric scooters, and you can reserve the Go for $20. What that's going to get you is a $200 off MSRP discount when the Go pre-orders launch in 5 days on the 7th of February. And if you decide to not go through with the purchase, it's fully refundable. So it's a pretty easy process. You just have to add to cart and then check out, and your reservation will be in our system. And yeah, good choice for a first scooter. I think it's going to be a game changer. Martin, look at the Pure Electric. Yeah, very familiar with that model. Really interesting the way how compact it is. Everything folds. I'm curious to see how that holds up long term. But yeah, really, really interesting. Honestly, really cool to see a lot of the innovation that's taking place with electric scooters today. And yeah, I think that's it. Pure shipping now. Everything else is great. That's the only issue. Look forward to the video. It's not online yet. We can check to see why that video. I think. Do you know if that video was posted, Ola? We posted here, maybe.
It's not in the. I'm not seeing it in the amount because we have a lot of videos for beta that were not listed publicly, but I don't even see it there. So I believe it's in the drive. Jeffrey, just reach out to CX and we're gonna forward it to you, and we're gonna make an official video about that because I also don't see it on my side.
Mm-hmm. Cool. PS4. Hey guys, are the Indiegogo backers? Will the Indiegogo backers get loyalty points? I don't know. Do you know?
Yeah, so loyalty, everyone can get loyalty points. We started recording them as of September 1st. They're not displayed yet inside the app, but once it is, we're gonna go back in time and grant you those points. So what can you do to have those points? Well, you need to record your ride. So when you start riding, just hit the right button and that's going to start counting. And when they're available, you can use those points to purchase Apollo accessory. Right now, 1 kilometer is 1 point. And I don't know how many points you need to buy accessories, but that's how it's going to work, basically. So everyone, just record your ride and you are basically getting money when you do so.
Yeah, and let us know about in the comments maybe about the loyalty program, earning points or whatever. We were talking a lot about how we can have how we can get our riders to earn AMPS points by recording the rides on the app in a way to kind of encourage continuing to use the app and then redeem those points for upgrade kits, spare parts, discounts on servicing, preventative maintenance, that kind of stuff. So anything that you can think of that would be interesting from a rewards perspective, please let us know in the comments. That's like our next big project, I think, for how we can bring all of this together. Like we have these really amazing scooters. We have an app that unlocks so many features and access into the hardware. But what's missing is how we kind of like package that all together into one kind of like smooth customer and nice customer experience. So anything like that, please let us know. And then finally, I think we'll go for one last question. So Martin, the early access people are under NDA. Are you okay with any of us, with posting photos or impressions now on the Go?
Good question. To you on that one. Martin, I give you authorization. So, we had bad luck during the testing. Some people, not related to the scooter, right? Got hit by a car or went through a crater. So I would like those to not influence when people post about it. But at this point, all the feedback was great. It's all minimal stuff that we improved. That there's basically nothing. The feedback list compared to the Pro, which is great. We learned from it. So on my side, yes, I would feel okay with this. There's also influencers getting the go in the upcoming week. So you're gonna see more and more reviews online about how it rides and how it handles and everything like this. But Martin, please, go ahead. I'm sure you're gonna have a really good feedback and insight for the community.
Yeah. Cool. And then just quickly, does the Pro have a feature for auto record rides? I seem to have them manually selected.
Yeah, you can go into the setting of your account and you can click on Auto Ride that is located just above Auto Connect. I suggest putting both of them on by default. Auto Connect should be on. Auto Ride, we were still playing with it, but yes, it's there. So as soon as your scooter is going to move, it's going to start recording, and you need to do more than 350 meter for the ride to save. Yeah.
Cool. And then JJ, how do I sign up for early access in New York? I don't know if we have a form or a link up on the site, but if you are not subscribed to the newsletter, subscribe. We usually do an email to everyone to see if they want to sign up whenever we're gearing up for an early access program. And we have 1 or 2 coming later this year, hint, hint. And finally, shout out Xavier, thanks for
Shout
joining
out. Nice to see you.
All right, Elva, any final closing remarks?
No, thank you everyone for all for joining. It's very interesting with people getting the Pro, and now the reviewers are going to get to go and post their reviews and some beta as well. So keep an eye out for this. Like Menezes mentioned, we're working on all our accessories, and today we finalized the box with a legal warning, so we should be able to show them to you pretty soon. So keep an eye open for that.
Great. Thanks, guys. Have a nice weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye.